Hi, I want to talk to you about the Filco MINILA keyboard. This is the US version with 67 keys and it is a 60% keyboard. Now I was sent this by keyboardco.com and it's a sample and I'm hoping to give you a quick review of it. When you open the box you find a quick guide that tells you how to remap keys. You see the standard Filco protective layer on the top, and then once that comes off you'll find the keyboard is actually quite weighty. I think the official weight is something like 700 grams. Most of the keys are very standard. If you're used to a tenless keyboard you'll find this very familiar, except there's a number of differences, including a very small shift key and backspace. It is very clicky, and I'm going to give you a recording of that. This is the version that does not include Bluetooth, so I'm going to have to plug in a mini USB cable, but fortunately it does give us opportunity of using it as a hub. So if you have a mouse or something similar, you can plug that in, or maybe charge your phone. The other main difference is the spacebar, which is split into 3 segments, and either side can be remapped to function keys. So let's go ahead and I'll change the camera angle. We'll look at me typing from above, and then we'll get a bit of a sound test, and at the end I'll give you my final thoughts. The first thing that I did when I got this keyboard was to use the Filco key swapper, and right now this is in a slightly different configuration, but I took the Alt key and I replaced it. So the default configuration is to have Windows here and Alt here, but on a Mac you'll see that this is slightly different. On the Mac we have Control, Alt and then Command. And so what this allows you to do is to have the flexibility of putting the keys effectively where you need them. You can also change the left and right function keys to be effectively the space bar. Now on the escape key we also have tilde and we have backquote, and I write a lot of markdown, so for me this is kind of a hassle that I don't have a dedicated key for backquote or tilde. However, if you look over on this side of the keyboard, which is the opposite to where you find it on a Mac, on the Mac it will be just here. On this keyboard we've effectively got it right on the other side. The other difference is the backspace key is absolutely tiny. Now in practice I haven't found that to be an issue. I can hit this quite comfortably while I'm typing. I gave you a little demo of how the tiny shift key on the right can be very problematic. So quite often I will be typing and I will hit the shift key on this side to capitalize a word, and I will pretty much always hit the up arrow, and this is, I think, a major design flaw, but you could probably live with it, and I've seen some people change to use the opposite shift key, which does work. It just slows you down a little bit. Overall, having full arrow keys dedicated is absolutely what I would want in a keyboard, and I have numerics here. I haven't found a way of actually activating the Mac specific keys such as brightness up and down. I think there might be a way, but holding down app and function or Windows has not done that for me yet. Let's record a quick sound test. I'm now going to switch the camera around and give you a first-person view of typing and what it's like to hit the tiny shift key on the right-hand side. So I really like this keyboard. I think I can live with the small shift key, and I don't miss the function keys, although I would really like a way of finding out how to use them on the Mac. It is extremely clicky, and these are genuine Cherry MX Blue keys, so they are really nice to type on and durable. The only thing that I would have liked is to have had the Bluetooth version, so that I could have tried using it with my Mac, especially when out and about. I've heard of people using them at hackathons. The Bluetooth version takes 2 batteries and it's probably a lot more portable. So if you are thinking about getting this and you're worried about the shift key or lack of function keys, I think you'll be fine. I do a lot of blogging and software development, and I haven't missed really having them, and the shift key I believe you can cope with.